death, corruption, evil. All words I think of when I think about Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, hello there person watching this video. My name's The Beak, and I want to link the mainframe, hop in the teleporter, and travel all the way back to around here. 2011. Yeah, The Big 2011. It was a very different place. I was 10 years old. Transformers Dark of the Moon had just come out.
You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself. No, Optimus!
But more importantly, 2011 was the year where the internet would change forever. Sonic is the very embodiment of evil. He tortures people who play his games. If you're up to date with your Sonic the Hedgehog lore, then you know that 2011 was the year where the original Sonic.exe Creepypasta first I want to say blessed the internet with its existence. But a true story, this creepypasta had 10-year-old me shitting myself. Sonic, but he has hyper-realistic blood in his eyes. Oh, and let me tell you, now, I don't know if this is a hot take, it might be, I don't know, but I reckon that the original Sonic.exe Creepypasta is probably the most successful creepypasta out of all of them. More than Slender Man, more than Twink Slender Man. Oh no. It's Jeff the Killer. I'm gonna Jeff the Kill you. Because instead of being lost to the archives of time, something that should have happened, no, it spawned so much goddamn Sonic horror, tons of it still being made to this day. And oh my god, this still really hurts to admit on the internet because it lumps me in with this guy's name, his last name is Chandler. My first name is Chandler. God, does this mean that we're like kindred spirits or something? But as a massive Sonic fan, I can't escape Sonic horror. I've even contributed to it. This is The Beak the Hedgehog. This is The Beak the Hedgehog. .exe. And today, on this spooky, scary day, the 1st of November, I want to have a look at some Sonic horror with you. Welcome to the BEAKOWEEN special. Bro, I'm gonna be real here. Like, all this Sonic horror stuff, I just think it's so fucking silly, man. Like, unironically, this stuff is hilarious. What? Why the fuck is Sonic.exe playing Clash Royale? Oh my god, it's him!
Who is Fleetway Supersonic?
What the fuck is this Eggman? Why am I sequencing? What the fuck? Oh no, it's the evil, oh no! Now, right out the gate, two things. Firstly, just want to get this out the way real quick. Sonic and the Black Knight is a top 5 Sonic game, and I'm tired of pretending it isn't. And secondly, here's some more Beak lore for you. So, I've been a Sonic fan for as long as I can remember. I think it was in like grade 3 or grade 4. We had to do this like, who's your role model type thing in class. Do you want to know who I wrote down? Sonic the Hedgehog. So, of course, since I'm a massive Sonic fan, I've consumed a lot of Sonic media in my life, official and non-official. I want to tell you about the first piece of Sonic horror that I ever had the terror of laying my eyes upon. Something that has gone down in history as not just one of the scariest Sonic things ever, but maybe one of the scariest things, full stop, ever. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood on the Nintendo DS. This game ended on a cliffhanger, by the way. Sega, where's my Sonic Chronicles sequel? Okay, but like, yeah, as we all know, we've all played a couple of them, come on. I reckon like 75% of all Sonic horror stuff is in and to sound like a proper video essay YouTuber here, a video game format. And let me tell you, some of these Sonic horror games have stuck in my brain for years. Like, sure, okay, Sonic Chronicles was the first Sonic horror game I ever played. I've got a copy of it around here somewhere. It whispers to me like the Green Goblin mask.
Leave me alone. Please.
But you want to know the second Sonic horror game I played in my life? Now, it wasn't one of the millions and millions and millions of EXE games. It didn't actually have anything to do with Sonic, really. No, God no. I'm talking Tails' Nightmare. Bro, for me, this was peak childhood horror.
Oh my god, Halloween 2008? Ah, it's so fucking loud, ow! Dude, I haven't seen this menu in years. Oh my god, I'm such an old man. Press the Z key to jump.
Huh?
What? Excuse me? Press the Z key?
Shut your fucking mouth!
Okay, that's just uncalled for. Okay.
So back in the day, I was a massive Flash game fan. I still am, bro. I literally spent every single day of my life playing Flash games. So you got Raft Wars, Sift Heads, Fancy Pants, Happy Wheels, Club Penguin especially.
Apology for bad English. Where were you when Club Penguin died? I was at home eating Dorito when phone ring. Club Penguin is kill. No.
And of course, Sonic Flash games. Bro, there are so many of them. Lots of them are absolute cinema. Child me, I was determined to play all of them, and in my quest to discover every single Sonic Flash game, I don't remember how this exactly happened, but one day I decided to set sail from the shores of Miniclip, and I ended up on a website called, and I really promise, I'm not making this up, I think it was called like violentgames666.com or something. Bro, fucking hell. The consequences of unmonitored internet access, huh?
If I remember correctly, this website is how child me first came across, first unearthed Tails' Nightmare. Fly around. Yes. Yes. Dude, I'm so not- You fucking little bastard. Who decided that Z was a good button to jump? What the fuck?
Now you may be thinking, what is Tails' Nightmare if you don't know ball? Well, obviously in Tails' Nightmare you play as Tails, and after doing a little bit of spooky platforming,
What is this? Some kind of nightmare?
you eventually end up fighting this Funko Pop, a Tails doll, a super niche Sonic character that wouldn't get any more horror made about it ever again. A super niche character.
Child me would be shitting myself right now. What do I do? What the fuck? What are you launching at me? Oh shit. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck is comboing? What the fuck? What are you doing now? What?
Now, apparently there are a couple more Tails' Nightmare games, Tails' Nightmare 2 and a demo for a third game. I have no attachment to these games whatsoever. Child me never played them, but what I do know is that I reckon because of these games, Tails' Nightmare and the other games, I guess we can call it the Tails' Nightmare trilogy, it's the reason why Tails' Nightmare is as prevalent in Sonic horror as it is.
You look up Sonic horror on Google, you will see Tails though. It's like a burger found at McDonald's type shit. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you today? I will have one hyper-realistic burger, please.
Now, sure, okay, as a 24-year-old man, replaying Tails' Nightmare, is it scary? No. Is this horrifying? No. Again, I mean, like, it's a bit silly and like, come on, like, of course I'm not going to find something like this scary. I'm a 24-year-old man. I've got other things to worry about. Like, well, I'm a YouTuber, so that means I'm functionally unemployed. Like, but the concept is still there. Even still, though, A, this game is just really nostalgic for me, and B, as I said, do you want to know why Tails doll was so common, so prevalent in Sonic horror? You can thank the Tails' Nightmare games, in my opinion. Bro, there's even a Friday Night Funkin mod of this game. That's how you know that a thing got a, not even a surge of popularity, like a little sniff, a little whiff of popularity. And hey, you know what? Speaking of Friday Night Funkin'.
Okay. Okay. What is this? Okay, when are you gonna stop fucking singing? Isn't the point of this game meant to be like singing and jiving and dancing? Get to the fucking singing, moron. You are a weakling. I'm not gonna... What? Oh, I died instantly.
Okay, sick. Now, okay, look. I think it's time that we address the elephant in the room, the elephant. If I'm making a video about Sonic horror, then it's a fact of life that I need to bring up Friday Night Funkin'. Like, bro, this game, it's the reason why Sonic.exe is still a thing. I want to say like 99.9999999% of all Friday Night Funkin' mods, they've got something to do with Sonic horror. Of course, I made it the fuck up, but like, I don't think I'm far off. In general, I think most Sonic horror content revolves around Friday Night Funkin'. Now, sure, of course, there is some that doesn't, like Shin Sonic, which I promise hasn't been polluted by Brainrot. But speaking Friday Night Funkin', do you want to know what pops into my brain instantly? Everything to do with whatever Lord X is. Yeah, Lord X. Look, person watching this video, for me, Lord X was pretty much my catalyst in my discovery of, what can we call it? The Sonic.exe cinematic universe. The SCU. .exe. Now, what exactly this thing is, if you were to ask me yesterday, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but today, I can. I have been enlightened. Basically, according to my brain, and not the official wiki, Lord X is the final form of Sonic.exe from the 2011 Creepypasta. Like, you know how in Spore, you start life as a little amoeba in the primordial ooze, but then you end up journeying beyond the stars? The amoeba is Sonic.exe from 2011, and the guy in the spaceship is Lord X. Now, there is a lot more hyper-complex lore, hello internet, welcome to game theory type shit surrounding this character, like, and I'm gonna have to pull up my notes for this one, him having different guardians representing different human emotions, I think, and him being an all-powerful interdimensional god whose actual form is incomprehensible to our feeble human minds. Now, why he chose to take the form of Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't know, like maybe he was some deviant art dweller and Sonic the Hedgehog was his furry awakening. but what I do know is that, as I said, Lord X was my introduction to the Sonic.exe cinematic universe. And bro, when it comes to these characters, the list, it just keeps going and going and going. Like, to pull out my notes again, because like, fuck, I'm not going to remember all this off the top of my head. So like, obviously, as I said, you got Lord X and the original Sonic.exe Creepypasta. But then you have Rewrite, Pace in Shadow, Childhood Has Passed, Sonic from Sonic Legacy, Lord Mortis, Malware, Allfather, Colossus, Bandado, Nico, Mrs. Sega, Needlemaus, Starved, No More Innocence, Indigo, Sonic.omt, Sonic.eyx, Genesis, Crimson X, Sally Alt, 2011X, Poison, PCX, Saturnox, Shin, Diablo, ER Prime, Sonichu. Oh no. No. Yeah, the list, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, bro. And do you want to know something that I think is kind of insane to think about? Firstly, all of these characters get soloed by my goat, Sunky.exe. And secondly, all of this stems from a really shit, poorly written creepypasta from 2011, where Sonic the Hedgehog, a spooky, scary version of him, haunts a video game. Alright, don't forget the hyper-realistic blood. The big 2011 will go down in history as fucking not just one of the most important years in human history, but in the history of everything. Now, my broad thoughts on all of these Sonic.exe universe characters, I think lots of them come across as trying way too hard to be overly edgy, and they just come across as quite silly. Like just a bit like, oh, how can I make evil Sonic and make him look scary? Ooh, give him spikes and shit. And like, unironically, looking at this type of stuff and being like, oh, is this scary? Is this dead ass? No, I don't think that that's scary at all, really. But ironically, I find them really funny, and like while I was doing some research into this video, I don't remember where I saw it, but I remember reading that Rolobx's creators decided to lean into the goofiness surrounding this character. If that's true, that's really fucking funny. But yeah, for me in general, I don't find Sonic horror scary. I'm a 24-year-old man, for God's sake. Like, I'm not standing here and shivering in my timbers and shitting in my pants. But I mean, that's just my opinion at the end of the day, though. If you do find this type of stuff scary, more power to you. At the end of the day, horror is a subjective thing.
What I do know, though, is that Friday Night Funkin' is the black hole at the center of the SCU.exe.
What am I meant to do? Video game! What am I meant to do?
Fuck it, I'm putting it on easy mode. I don't care.
Yes! I beat a Friday Night Funkin' level on my YouTube channel. Let's pause the Friday Night Funkin' person watching this video. Trust me, I'm doing you a favor. You don't want to see any more how shit I am at this game.
You see, the other night I was lying in my bed at 3 in the morning thinking about this video, concocting, pondering even. And then this thought popped up in my brain.
So you know how like all Sonic horror is fan-made? I don't really think that's a hot take to say. What if I was to tell you that Sega themselves have made Sonic horror characters?
Number 1,
I know little girls!
So I'm sure you already know this, considering that you and me are both disgusting Sonic the Hedgehog fans, but if you somehow don't know, this is the Werehog.
Basically, Sonic the Werehog, Sonic's Redditor alter ego that only comes out in the darkness of night when a nice guy loses his temper. His arms become stretchy.
Now, pretty obvious, Sonic the Werehog is heavily inspired by werewolves, you know? Werehog, werewolves, furries, holy shit, no ways. But more spookily, in the lead up to Sonic Unleashed, Sega released a whole bunch of promotional material, as you do. This one, showing what happens when someone is mean to my Discord kittens. And this other one being this really cool, like, found footage Cloverfield, Finding Bigfoot type Discovery Channel looking thing.
Over the last 6 months, a nighttime phenomenon has been witnessed across many cities around the world. On Thursday, March 13th, at 3:14 a.m., loud animal noises and crashing sounds awoke many sleeping citizens.
I think this is sick.
I really like how it's shot like one of those 2000s really shit horror shows you end up stumbling across at 1 in the morning.
Now, what was the Werehog like in Sonic Unleashed? It was fine. It was fine. I know the Werehog stages in that game are a little bit, we can say, controversial. I just think it's quite funny how the millisecond you see an enemy, like you see an enemy silhouette, you just hear. But again, just like Tales' Nightmare, Sonic Unleashed is really nostalgic for me. I played a shit ton of it growing up, and I'm not just talking about any blue pill beta cuck version of Sonic Unleashed. Nah, I played Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. Shout out my goat, Professor Pickles. And you know what? Thinking about it now, right? And please, just bear with me for a second, please. You're about to hear like the schizophrenic ramblings of an old man. So you know how in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, like when Foxy jump scares you, it goes like wow, and then like the fucking game ends. Why has somebody not made a mod for this game where Foxy is replaced with the Werehog and the jump scare noise is that fucking scream he makes?
But yeah, the Werehog, not scary at all. As I said, it's pretty goofy, but it's clear to see that it's horror inspired. And hey, since we're talking about official spooky Sonic characters, here's another one. A character that up until making this video, I had no idea what this thing actually was. Fleetway Sonic. Now,
I just want to make a few things clear here. I'm many things. Crowning achievement of mine is being the creator of epic gaming moments, but what I'm not is a Fleetway Sonic lore scholar. So I might get some stuff wrong here. If I do, please let me know in the comments. But from what I've been able to work out,
Fleetway Sonic, which isn't actually his official name, by the way, this is just the coined name because Fleetway Publications were the publishers of the comic, comes from the Sega-created comic Sonic the comic. It ran from 1993 to 2002, and Fleetway Sonic is basically an evil, unhinged antagonist version of Super Sonic. Even though it's just Super Sonic in this universe. Like, when Sonic goes Super Saiyan, he loses control entirely and becomes Fleetway Sonic. But then, Sonic and Super Sonic get separated, making Fleetway its own entity. But then, Fleetway Sonic gets absorbed back into regular Sonic after losing, but then regaining his memories. Right. Did Hideo Kojima write this? Now, Fleetway Sonic has become quite popular online. Like, even me, as somebody who, before making this video and before enlightening my brain, I didn't know the deep, intricate lore of Fleetway Sonic, but I knew what Fleetway Sonic looked like the fucking model with him with his weird red eyes, why Fleetway Sonic got so popular to begin with. I think the internet's just always loved these kinds of, like, hero's character, but evil type things, type shit, type beat. And good news, I am no longer confused because while I was doing some very deep and insightful research into Fleetway Sonic, I found this very highly scientific diagram explaining the deep intricacies of the character. Look, I know I'm probably going to ruffle a few feathers by saying this, but I think Fleetway Sonic is a bit silly. Free at last. Wait, hang on.
Free at last.
But yeah, as I said, Fleetway Sonic is pretty damn popular. You got art, YouTube videos, of course, Friday Night Funkin mod. But something else I find quite interesting about Fleetway Sonic is that while I was researching him, while I was digging into him, it made me think about another Sonic horror character that I witnessed firsthand as a kid. Dark Sonic. Fucking name. Dark Sonic from Sonic X. Oh my god, the amount of AMVs that have been made about this character, bro. Oh my god. Okay, so more Beak lore for you. When I was younger and lived all the way over here in England land, there was this TV program called Jetix. Thinking back on it now, I remember it having this really loud animation in between shows where the channel mascot, whatever this thing is, I think he was lying on a sun lounger on a beach or something, maybe a towel. Is this lost media? Is this a certified lost media moment? But bro, let me tell you, Jetix was banging. Bakugan, Power Rangers SPD, Jackie Chan Adventures, and of course, Sonic X, a show co-produced by Sega and Sonic Team. Now, from what I remember, I think the overall plot of Sonic X very loosely follows Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. I say very loosely because in episode, and get ready to laugh, children, in episode 67, this happens.
I'm eager to see if they're powerful enough to defeat you.
All right then, let's test them out.
This altered the brain chemistry of millions and millions of children around the world. People are still obsessed with this character. Friday Night Funkin mod. On a real, I think Dark Sonic has become a fan favorite character, which is wild to think about because this character, he only showed up in one episode. Like once. One time. The only thing I can think of that's like, okay, somewhat a little bit similar is Darkspine Sonic from Sonic and the Secret Rings, because they're both voiced by Jason Griffith, the best Sonic voice actor. Make Beliefs Reborn. So now, person watching this video, so remember that elephant from earlier? While I've been talking about Sonic horror shit, mitosis happened. There's another one we have to address. All of the millions and millions and millions of EXE games.
Why did Sonic quality so?
What the fucking hell, that was... Now, of course, since the original Sonic.exe story involved Sonic haunting a video game disc, obviously people made an actual game based on the creepypasta. But it didn't end there. Nah, God no. The more time passed, the more EXE games were unleashed into our world. And I'm not just talking about Sonic, by the way. Nah, in the Big 25, think of a Sonic character. Like, go ahead, think of a Sonic character. Probably has an EXE game, or at least EXE art. Tails EXE, Knuckles EXE, Shadow EXE, Silver EXE, Amy EXE, Vector EXE, Jet the Hawk EXE. My brother, I found art of Bark the Polar Bear.exe. Who the fuck knows who Bark the Polar Bear is? The Bark the Polar Bear fan club is only me, my editor, and I think that's it. Finally, my goat is getting the recognition he deserves. Yeah, there is so much EXE horror stuff based on Sonic characters. It's insane. Hello guys, Pooh Bumhole Dick Cheese here. The EXE situation is crazy. Yeah, I think this creepypasta has done irreversible damage to the next generation because when they think of the letters EXE, they won't think of a thing on a computer, an executionable file. No, they'll think of some stupid, silly-looking horror character with hyper-realistic blood coming out of its eyes. But now you may be thinking, what are these games actually like to play? Well, if you're thinking that, you know, me and you, we're on the same wavelength, because the other night I was thinking the exact same thing too. And then I played some.
What the fuck with the guy?
Why is there a child monologuing to me about Sonic.exe? Oh no, it's made by Sega 666. Oh, it's evil. Oh no. Oh, the demons. F. Oh my god, what is this? What the fuck, where am I? You're... What is that? Yeah, again, on a real, I think it's pretty fucking wild how Sonic.exe has evolved and morphed from a really shit creepypasta in 2011 into this, like, massive cinematic universe type thing. And I also think there's something really fascinating about that. For me, no, like, trust me, I'm really not going to be kept up at night thinking about, like, oh no, Sonic.exe is going to fucking, I don't know, lick my toes. I don't know. But then also, I think it's pretty cool how people have run with the concept of Sonic horror. Like, at the moment, there's this really, and you may have heard of it, there's this really popular Roblox game called Outcome Memories. Now, I haven't really played all that much of it, but I might be the LeBron of it. Bum. I'm like a submarine. Like, I got my periscope out. What the fuck? I just got socked in the jaw. What the fuck? How I'm coming! But Outcome Memories, while it's still in development, I think the idea of this game of taking all of these Sonic.exe cinematic universe characters and blending them all together in one place, I think it's the perfect representation of how much Sonic horror content on the internet has grown, and shit will still grow after this video. Sonic horror, it's become this, like, universal law that no matter how much time passes, no matter how old we get, there will always be Sonic horror on the internet. Sonic horror has taken over not just the world, but time itself. With all that being said, person watching this video, I think I'm going to leave it here. Yeah, Sonic horror. Ooh, hyper-realistic blood. Happy BEAKOWEEN person watching this video, and if you don't leave a like on this video, and subscribe, and do all the usual YouTuber buzzword things, Sonic.exe will be in the corner of your bedroom at 3 a.m. And oh my god, who's that next to him? Oh my god, it's the Beak.exe. Ooh.
Subscribe to the Beak.